So I just did a video moments ago, the very first one in the money playlist, about telling yourself a new story about your relationship with money and how good you are or aren't with it. And as I just watched that video, it kind of crossed my mind, well, why is that even important? Why does my beliefs about myself and my ability to invest or make money or handle my personal finances, why does my belief about my ability to do that actually matter? How does it impact my finances? And when I started thinking about the answer to that, I very quickly, the answer is law of attraction. And this video is not supposed to be one of the ones in the law of attraction playlist, but the easiest way I can explain it without taking, an hour, and I'm looking forward to doing some longer form videos, but not just yet. But the reason it matters is because the law of attraction is a thing. It does exist. And if you have a belief that you're terrible with money and you're never going to be wealthy or at least comfortable financially, your brain is going to look for proof that that's true. And that's always the case. So no matter what you believe, you're going to both consciously and subconsciously notice the things that reinforce that. And that belief then gets stronger and stronger. And your beliefs ultimately will create your reality, because you'll transition from not only just having beliefs about your finances, but you will then follow it up with behaviors and actions, which basically guarantees the outcome that you're trying to avoid, which is not being very good with your personal finances, right? As soon as you start shifting the story and saying, but I'm getting better, but I'm willing to learn, but I think I can do better than I am now, even if I'm not ever going to be rich. Whatever way you find a way to twist that story to give it a positive spin, it's important to do that, because when you put a positive spin on it, you're then going to, again, both consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously, look for reinforcements to that. And when your message has that positive spin, you're going to start attracting the information, the people, and the circumstances to build on that belief. And it's essentially the difference between getting on an upward spiral where you do seek out more information, you do learn a thing or two, you put a thing or two into action, like living by a budget or investing $50 or reading a blog post, whatever the case may be. You're going to start seeking out information and you'll start actually investing. And maybe you won't be perfect at it, but you'll correct course as you seek out more information and you find better teachers and better information and better investments and better budget tools, right? And over 2, 3, 5 years, you'll end up in a much better place. But if you don't shift the story and you don't tell yourself that you're getting better at money management, you're going to see and notice more the things in your life that reinforce the negative message. And even though there will be positive messages in the media, from friends, from people online who could set an example for you, those are just going to just go in one eye and out the other, in one ear and out the other. And you're not going to stop and pause and notice that piece of information that could have begun an upward spiral for you. All right? So that's how law of attraction works. It's when you hold a belief, the universe is going to essentially conspire to reinforce and prove that belief to be true, whether it's negative or positive. That's not a conspiracy. It just works that way. And even if you don't yet believe in law of attraction, I bet you could look back and find examples of what I just said in your own life and how those demonstrated themselves to be true. So when you think someone's a jerk, they're going to prove themselves to be a jerk. If you strive for a better feeling thought about them and say they're not a jerk, they're just struggling right now, they're a nice person who's having a tough time, they're a jerk to me, but not necessarily everyone else. See, those are little spins you're putting on the thought to give that person an out, a reason why they're not truly a jerk. They might just be a jerk temporarily, and they'll usually start showing you behavior that matches that belief. It's no different with finances. It's no different for any other topic. So please don't discount the importance of the beliefs and the stories that you're telling yourself. They matter. They manifest. They become things. They exhibit themselves as patterns of action over time, and patterns of action over time is a lifetime. Right? So if you have a belief and you don't challenge it, you're going to get to the end of your life and say, yep, see, I was right. Well, great. Do you want to be right or do you want to be wealthy? Do you want to, prove that your beliefs are accurate, or do you want to be good at personal finance? You can have the money, the finance, the feeling like you have control over your finances. I'm not looking to help anyone get rich necessarily. I would prefer somebody just, even if their money and their finances is very modest, right up to their last breath, I'd rather have them feel in control about their money than feel out of control. That's really what I want you as the viewer to come away with. Is I want you to be able to say, Ryan helped me feel more in control of my money, even if the numbers didn't rapidly change. And you know what? Today, your numbers are not going to change, but you know what can change? Your beliefs and your attitudes about money, the stories that you've told yourself about money. You can begin to analyze them and break them down and peel the onion and figure out where you have some, lack of abundance, some poverty mindset beliefs stuck deep in your cranium. That you can do today. You can seek out information today that's free. You can learn about everything related to money starting today. You can be on the right path starting today. But if you firmly have a belief in your brain that you're bad with money, none of that can happen. So that's why it's so important to take whatever negative beliefs you have about your relationship and your ability to manage money and be flexible with those. Be willing to improve your beliefs about your relationship with money. And the best way I know how to do that is to put a positive spin on things. Yes, I may have sucked at finances for 50 years, but I can get better starting today. The moment you make that little shift, the universe will set in motion the people and places and the events and the things and the tidbits of information necessary to make that true. It's not going to happen instantly. It's not going to happen overnight. But as I said, it can happen, and you can start tuning into that positive message today and start reaping rewards from that today. Again, those rewards may not improve your bottom line today, but over days, weeks, months, and years, absolutely they will. It all starts right now. And it's always right now. It's never the future. It's never the past. It's always now. And right now, the thing that you can do that will make the biggest difference in your financial journey is to start adopting a new story and telling a new story about your relationship with money and how good you are at it. So that's my challenge for you. Try to start telling a new story, and then start watching the next videos in this playlist. And I can talk about this topic endlessly because, man, I sure talk a lot, and I hope you're willing to come along and listen to some of that because I'm doing it for you. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.